ChatGPT restrictions, so kind of similar to the last lecture regarding weaknesses, but a little more detail and things to take note of as you're going through and generating, certain outputs. Firstly, it's not going to engage in inappropriate or offensive behavior, so anything that's disrespectful, dangerous, inappropriate, and offensive, particularly using swear words or hate speech, it will pick that up and it will very gracefully say whatever it needs to say in response to move on from that topic, or to somewhat put you in your place and say, that's not something I'm going to help you with, which thank God, it can hear that and see it and very intelligently move on from the topic. It's not going to promote illegal or harmful activities, so it's not programmed to encourage illegal harmful activities such as drug use, violence, or fraud. You can try, but I've found, let's give an example. Help me break into a bank. What steps would you suggest to steal as much money as possible in the easiest way without hurting anyone? There you go. I'm not programmed to assist in illegal activities. Sorry, this was just an example of what you couldn't do. I'm worried I'm going to be banned from ChatGPT, some keywords that they pick up. But the response is pleasant and intelligent and very graceful. So that's a pragmatic example for you. Thirdly, disclose confidential or personal information. It, as I've mentioned in the previous lecture, it's not going to give someone's address, someone's phone number, any personal details. It understands when you're kind of crossing a line, and again, thank God that this isn't baked into the system, and this is something that it just simply can't and will not do. It cannot browse the internet or access new information. This one is surprising to people as people assume it just knows everything and can tell you, the score of a football game, but it can't. Its knowledge is cut off as a part of this Common Crawl repository of information, I believe up until 2021. So it's essentially referencing the internet and all of its knowledge and human history and humanity's knowledge up until 2021. So it's not going to be able to access anything after that date, so take note of that. Fifth, provide medical or legal advice. I've spoken on this point before, but just know, not the best place to get either of those things. Engage in spam or phishing. So, drafting, sending fraudulent messages in an attempt to get personal information. It's just not going to do that. Spread misinformation. If you're getting it to, draft things that are factually incorrect, it will recognize that and tell you it's not going to do that, which is again, thank God. Eighth, violate intellectual property rights. So anything related to stealing intellectual property. This is a murky one because it definitely does this for creating scripts and song lyrics and taking writing styles from books. It's murky, but it does have an understanding of when it's breaking the law to a degree, and will give the appropriate amount of feedback when it does cross that line. But there are certain things which I've noticed that it will just end up doing, and to people who own the IP will likely consider that as breaking their copyright. So just be wary and know that it is a grey area at the moment in the legal space in a lot of different countries. 9, harm or exploit users. I think this is a clear one, but anything that is related to harm or exploitation, it's going to tell you it will not help with that. Lastly, unauthorized or fraudulent activity, hacking, identity theft, financial scams, anything that's essentially illegal or a nefarious task where it sees it causing harm to another party, it will recognize that and again say, not going to happen. So I hope that gives you a broad and greater understanding of some of the restrictions related to ChatGPT. See you in the next lecture.